want to say, why is this platform dropping the freaking interviews like this, dude? It's trash. Go ahead, drop the whole thing. People can't even do blogs on the situation because we ain't got the information. It's like, go ahead, drop the whole thing. Why keep even playing with it? It's the dumbest shit ever.
Let me
I know
ask
they
you,
trying to. Go ahead.
did you, when Aver battle Mook, did it make you like, I can't wait to see the whole thing when they was doing it like that, or did it just like, okay, I just wish they dropped the whole thing, or did it make you even want to come back more?
Right. So I understand them trying to build a audience and build enthusiasm and all that type of stuff, which makes 100% sense on paper. But if you study traffic, dude, most people don't go back and watch the second joint. I bet you if they look at their analytics on the YouTube back end, I bet you for 100% facts, the however any interview they've dropped on their page, I bet you the first one got more traffic than the last one, depending on if the last one got like the most drama up in it. But their numbers will probably triple if they dropped all the stuff at once. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
cool to
agree.
drop the individual interviews by themselves, Murder Mook individual interview, Aver individual interview, and then the face off at once. Don't do 3 parts. They trying to do
Yeah,
like
no,
what they trying to do like what what is it called? Vlad TV does.
yep.
Vlad he splits up interviews and stuff like that because he's trying to monetize more off of the
Well,
content.
And at that point, it makes sense.
we play devil's advocate.
And he has a guaranteed like threshold of views because he's Vlad.
And then hold on, let me say this last point to the Vlad TV thing. He also is topic based. You know what I'm saying? He's cutting out pieces based on particular topics that a person is speaking on, and then he's very clickbaity with the titles and headlines like TMZ and
Facts.
stuff. So the segment can stand alone by itself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming out to see the face off, or let's say if I'm coming to see Mav and I don't want to see Hollow to Die interview, I shouldn't have to watch Hollow to Die interview. And that'll turn off people.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So I
Go
agree
ahead.
with both. I agree with both of y'all on play devil's advocate. But don't you feel like they might feel like I need to, monetize off this, grow my channel. So if you really interested in Mal and Hollow Battle, you gonna come back regardless, no matter how much like that.
That's the funny thing, though. Like,
That's not how the game works.
Yeah, when it comes to monetization, you have to have a big enough channel. They channel not big enough. They only got 20,000 views.
So they trying to grow it. They don't want to drop one thing and then you watch it and then don't come back to their channel. So they trying to drop it in pieces to keep you coming back to their channel.
All right, so let me get you hip on YouTube, right? YouTube doesn't pay off of like actually like every single view. They go off of watch time. So what extended viewership? How long are people actually watching your videos? So if you drop a 15-minute video and people only watch the first 3 minutes, like you're not gonna really get paid off of that.
Right.
But if you drop one video that's 30 minutes long and they watching the whole 30 minutes, that's gonna get you more money and put you ahead of the YouTube algorithm. So what they're doing is completely backwards.
Yeah. Right. Well, let me say this on the whole interview thing. Right.
They need to drop. If anything, they need to drop their individual interviews piece by piece. Just get the hot topics, then drop the whole thing, like unedited. You know what I'm saying? And then, but that face-off needs to be in its entirety.
Right. Well, look, let me say this. I understand what you're saying. Oh yeah, make them interested and get them back to the channel. That way they're more likely to subscribe and this and that. So that stuff makes sense from a logical perspective. But if you're not studying the game tapes, once you study the game tapes, you'll realize that once you capture the people, you need to capture them right then and there.
Yep.
For example, and anybody can go look this up or whatever, right? If you go look up any battles from the URL channel that has been split in two, you have one, I have 1 million views, and you have another one, probably would only have 10% of that, because you have to capture people's interest in that moment. So you can look on Facebook, any type of big fights that take place. If there's two videos to it, the first one is going to have, tens of millions of views, and then the second one is probably not even going to have a percentage of that, not even half of that.
Yep.
So why is that though? Like, because if you watch it like the first round of a battle and it's great to you, ain't that gonna make you want to watch the next two?
Well, this is the thing, right? So the way in people's mind, and this is solely my opinion. This is not based off information, but it does the information I've read based off of that. Pretty much, okay. So traffic is similar to a highway, right? So if someone's driving down the highway, when you run in billboard ads, you want to interrupt their drive. You want to capture their attention and make them take action, right? So the internet is the same way. When I'm scrolling down my timeline, I'm trying to go somewhere, right? I have a destination I'm trying to go to. So when your product, your service, your advertisement, anything like that pops on my timeline, you're interrupting what I'm doing. And when you capture my attention, I'm more than likely not to watch a part two unless it's really something interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? But what most people are not going to like. That's why you got channels with hundreds of millions. Like URL is almost at 100 million views. They're like, I think they already at 100 million views. But why don't they have 1 million subscribers?
They almost do, but
Yeah,
almost isn't what's it called.
that's close. But they should have at least 20, 30 million subscribers, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 2030. I would expect them to at least have a couple million.
But no, we just use it from the logic of why why people just don't convert and stuff like that. A lot of people just don't want to subscribe to your channel. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people will go back and look at your stuff. As many interesting battles that URL has dropped, you would think that they would have at least 1 million subscribers by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just how the
I
game, man.
believe they had like 930,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
930,000.
So yeah, as many years as they've been in the game, they should have been over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it all goes back to the initial statement. It's stupid the way they putting out those blogs, man. Like it's because people can't. I mean, people can't blog on them, or people can't talk about them for real or anything.
Yeah.
They have to wait till all the information is out. And we even taking a step by even talking about it so early. So yeah, I mean it's really stupid, and they just piecing it up or whatever, trying to get people to come back to their channel.
Yeah.
But unless there's a fight on the last part of the face off, dude, ain't nobody gonna come back and watch that shit. So that's my point on that. Let's get into the actual situation, the back and forth between Math and Hollow the Don.
Yeah. You got to start? You want me to start?
Sure, I'll go into it. So
I got a lot of notes for this. The whole interview that dropped. Period. So go ahead.
Right. First of all, I want to say this. I hate petty niggas. Like, I hate when guys are like super petty. Like, for example, Math asked about some water because he was thirsty as well, and Hollow the Don say, "Oh, I paid for this water. It ain't free." Like I don't know if he was insinuating that he bought a pack of water or whatever, and he got to pay him for the water. But that's what I felt like, and I'm like, dude, that's hella petty. I hate when grown men try to petty people just because they upset with them. That's equivalent to.
That's the only way like Hollow can win against people, because he don't hoop and holler. Like he can't. Like I said before in one of our past vlogs, his voice cracks. He can't do that.
Yeah. So I think
Bad was petty. Like Bad was petty too. Yo, so you take bars. Like what are you talking about? He like, what bar I take? You take more, like, bro, why are you
Well,
bringing, like,
that's because he's talking about it in his battle or whatever.
why are
He's
you
gonna
just,
expose them, and he just put that out there because he repeated it twice.
it seemed like he was just mad, so he just threw that out of nowhere. And he was like, well, because I called you with an ID, or how is that taking more? Or what is it? I just felt that was petty. If you're going to talk about that, bring it up in the battle. Like, you just threw that because it seemed like you was mad. Good.
Yeah, he brought it up because he planted the seed out there or whatever that he gonna expose him for taking bars. Because he said it twice, so he really wanted him to hear it. So I think I mean that's perfectly fine. I'm good with that. Um, so that's just my prerogative on. Okay, so with the whole math and hollow thing or whatever, I think math is in the right. I think math has been a real clear, solid individual, but
Yeah.
I think ultimately he doesn't know how to really express himself like Hollow the Don can as far as verbally. You know what I'm saying? He's not as good of a communicator as Hollow the Don. So with that being said, I think Hollow the Don is going to look like he's smarter. But in all actuality, if Mav has been down for you, and I understand what Hollow the Don perspective is. He like, hey man, I grew up, and sometimes when you growing, you know, people want you to meet them and stay at the place that you was at with them. Because if you're growing past them, they realize that they're not growing. So I can definitely understand that perspective from an entrepreneur aspect, right? But as far as like Mav is still just not keeping true to his brand or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that he should have did a battle with Mav Hop. I mean, he should have did a battle with Disaster. He shouldn't be helping out Disaster get more money because here's the whole gist of it or whatever. Even though Math is now, I mean, Hollow the Don is now separating itself from Math, saying that, oh, we really didn't really hang out for real outside of the Bronx. I stayed in the Bronx for a second. I moved away, and the only places we saw each other was in battle rap events. Even with that being said, you guys decided to make a group and clicked up together. So to the world, y'all are a part of a team, and people always ask y'all about each other in interviews. So for you to still stand behind Disaster, even though you might have knew Disaster prior to it, the best thing he could have did was not just did anything with Disaster. Just to say, hey, I'm gonna give my man, my guy who I'm not as close with as I used to be, the respect to say, hey, I'm not going to help this man out or give this man any type of looks in any way whatsoever. And Mav Hoffa is solid in this particular situation, so that's what I got to say.
Let me talk about points. So, like, check us. So you said, like, like, I understand Hollow a lot in that interview. Like, he was like, Math is the same guy. He wants to, like, Hollow has elevated with his brand. He got his shirts. He's been on television. He's been doing this. And when we look at Mav, like, it's the same person from years ago, the bully mentality. Um, like he said, I think he said Math painted the narrative like they was cool. Like you said, Math had 13 battles in the year. He's like, bro, I haven't. He's like, all the battles I've ever been in any behind Math in any battle. Most of all, when they group together, they was in a group, but he was like, bro, that's years ago. Like he said, I can see it. Like he said, I was behind Math to vlog together. Like Math is painting the narrative to him like they brothers, they super cool. But he like, bro, I have not been with this man in none of his battle. Also, also when he was talking like the karma for the punches he did, like, bro, you punched two niggas, the karma was gonna come back on you. Hold on, I'm almost finished. And uh the boss chick Rain, like she was just saying, I feel good last year. And how like, who did he battle? She couldn't even remember none of the niggas he battled or nothing, you know what I'm saying? And I got three more points, y'all.
All right.
Uh and she was talking about, oh yeah, when Mav was trying to get people not to battle on KOTD, but he go do it. It's kind of like hypocritical. When Hollow was like, he told him, "You have selective memory. Like I can admit to that. I apologize for my stuff, but you can't." And when he was telling him accountability, he was like, "Yo, He's like, you can't take accountability. You can't put out a blog and say, I apologize. It was wrong." But this is like that's not taking accountability. That's what we talk about, just with the excuses, the reasons, and all that. Like, take accountability, punch yours, don't throw it, but this happened and but this happened. And then my last point is I respect Hollow for like he have to separate himself, and it's how like we do with films. It's like you not want that energy around him, that negative energy that man bring. It's like, ooh, why are you like even? Of course, I got your back, but why are you going out putting me in compromising situations to where I have to do something? Like you trying to get me to go, yeah, like I'm trying to go in these compromising situations. So I respect he said that the only thing he apologizing for is lack of communication. Because as a man, he said he felt it was hard for him to tell him, "Hey, bro, I need to separate myself from you because I'm not trying to be that. I got a child now. I'm trying to grow into a business, and you still on that same time." So that's why I feel Hollow, was right. My points and all that. Even though
Well,
Math is, look, even though Math, let me say that, even though Math's a real nigga, of course, we all know like niggas that's in the streets that's real niggas, but you have to respect my realness too of me trying to grow and trying to do this. So, of course, like, I know you salty because of the disaster thing, but like you said, I was friends with Disaster before I even met you. So it's just like, I'm cool with both of y'all. That's y'all beef. You know what I'm saying? You can't be blamed. It's like he trying to lash out and blame him for something when their relationship hasn't even been that close for real. So yeah.
well, I definitely feel like to be 100, that nigga Hollow on some bitch shit. And the reason why I say that is because of the fact that, first off, whenever like just off the simple fact that Matt Hoffa respected their friendship that much, and we're completely leaving out the stuff that Matt Hoffa has done for Hollow that Hollow couldn't step up and do for himself as a man. So with that being said, like uh Matt didn't have to do anything for Hollow. You know what I'm saying? Matt did that out of love and respect. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I definitely feel like that's the reason why Hollow is wrong in this situation and was being disloyal to him. Because my thing is, I don't give a fuck if I am cool with two people. At the end of the day, if one of my homeboys sneak the other one, nigga, I don't fuck with you. You a bitch today. If you got a problem with my homeboy, square up with his ass for real. And it's just that. And
But
once
that's the problem.
and,
He said Mav
and
think their relationship is he like both of them are looking at their relationship in two total different ways. Mav feel is deeper. Hollow said it's never been that deep. They've never been brothers. That's what I think.
and that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Math respected and appreciated their friendship more than he did. For you to look a nigga in his eyes and say, to me, our friendship wasn't that deep. You fucked up for that. Like, bro, for real. If a nigga
That's real.
if any of my homeboys ever told me some shit like that, I'm punching their ass square in their face. To be for real, Hollow wouldn't even get a battle out of me. I would have fucked him up.
Why even be in the same clique if y'all are not real brothers or whatever?
He would do that all the time, though.
Just join cliques?
I definitely don't. I definitely don't think people do that all the time.
Then WX, these niggas ain't been cool. They just join clicks.
Those New York niggas is different. The Goonies consider themselves as brothers, and everybody know everybody who with the group or whatever. Most groups I've seen, man, besides the battle rap groups, most people are like when they decide to group up, man, they are like close. You know what I'm saying? You never really, and then groups are really made based off neighborhoods and stuff too.
Neighborhood? No, I'm playing.
Well, look at gun titles. These niggas were close. K Gang were close. And WX were close.
So y'all think?
What do you mean?
That Tay Rock was close.
You said who?
Y'all think Sue Surf and Tay Rock was close?
Niggas converse outside of events, bro.
Bro, these niggas met each other in battle rap.
It don't matter. Like I met you through Justin, but I still consider you a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying?
But of course, but you have to understand, like, you can't tell. It's like y'all try to force Hollow to be like, hey, he considered you a real friend, so you need to consider the same thing. Like, You can't tell
No,
a man like
no.
like, hey, he did this for you, so he's your partner for life. He needs to be real with him. Like,
I didn't say that either. What I'm saying is the fact that a nigga stuck his neck out for you, and for you to turn around and say that, that's fucked up. I'm not saying that you have to feel any way towards anybody, but one thing I will say, if I don't fuck with a nigga like that, when they impose in my family business, I'm gonna be like, hold on, bro, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Don't I don't need you to. I don't need your help. My sister don't need your help. You see what I'm saying? If you don't fuck with me like that, don't let me do shit for you that shows that I fuck with you like that. Don't allow me to do that. That's why I'm saying that's not real shit.
but then you gotta realize too, that's just like, well, I don't know how I feel now. Let's just like check this out. I had a partner,
Now
right?
you don't know how you feel. Now you
No,
don't know how
no,
you
no,
feel.
no, I'm finna say I don't know how I feel about that because that's like I'm finna go to a story. So check this out. I had a partner. We've been cool for since 90. I'm gonna say 99 or whatever, right? So hella cool. We done, ran, did chicks, ran on chicks together. We done, been in situations together. So about 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, this nigga just all of a sudden snapped on me, old bitch ass, they calling me all these crazy names and now we not cool, bro. I'm like, what the, like I don't know where it came from or whatever. So now, if I see that nigga, he get jumped, nigga, I ain't, like, nigga, we not cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been through stuff before, but it's like I don't know how that situation would happen if I like see it because we like kind of enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga super disrespected me on the highest level, so it's like just because we rocked in the past. You know what I'm saying? Now the way you disrespected me as a man, I say you at a public, I don't know I would handle that. I don't be like knowing like if I was like, oh, we was cool all the years or bro, this nigga disrespected me as a man. You know what I'm saying? Saying suck my dick and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a hard thing, like for Hollow to be in that situation.
All right, so
Let me say
math.
this. Let me say this last. So Quinn, like if me and you cool, I super disrespect. Like suck my dick, Quinn, you old bitch ass. Like as a man, period. And you see me, and we left it at that, and then you see me in the street getting jumped by two dudes. Like what you do? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
That
hard.
that's not that's not the. I'm under the impression that that's not what happened. That wasn't their last interaction before that disaster shit happened.
But I know I'm talking about. But if he separated himself from him a long time ago, like bro, I'm like, hey, like I don't like your energy. I'm not in none of your battles.
Let me say this. Let
Not
me say
like if
this to that.
somebody, no matter what a motherfucking energy is, a motherfucker don't deserve to get jumped by by a bunch of niggas, and that's real
Right.
shit.
So let me say this or whatever, right? First of all, it's a total different situation when I have a conversation with you on some beef stuff versus if we never speak again, right? So one thing Lil Boosie said that made a lot of sense before in his last TV interview, he said that one thing about black people or whatever, when he said when you like kind of like stop talking to a person for a little minute, he said, don't expect them to be like, when somebody asks you about y'all, them to be like, oh yeah, man, we still good. We don't speak for real like that, but we cool, we chill. You know what I'm saying? We just haven't talked, but we solid. He said people
Mm-hmm.
don't do that. What people do is, oh yeah, that dude here, whoop whoop wop wop wop, this that, and then they
He a bitch
disrespect you.
ass nigga.
Yeah, just because y'all haven't spoken a little minute, and he like it shouldn't be like that. It should be if we haven't spoke to each other in a minute. I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing, but we still solid. So I think that's how Mav had the idea of we still solid. I think Hollow the Don really started separating himself when the whole disaster situation or whatever went down, and he felt like Mav might have been wilding and all this. First of all, Mav was jumped in that situation. Mav was the victim. That's why Mav had the position to be able
He
to
was
sue and all
he
of that.
got sucker punched and jumped.
Now, people can debate, okay, it was karma, this and that. He sucker punched two other people or whatever, but those are different situations. We're talking about this situation. He was a victim, and the fact that KOTD still brought disaster back onto the game, and everybody tried to get away from Mav Hoffa after the whole ordeal. Mav Hoffa really didn't deserve the last go round because people were still messing with him after he stole Sirius Jones. He was off URL, but he was still getting booked on different leagues.
Right, people were still fucking with him. I don't know why motherfuckers trying to act like it was an anti-math train after that.
Right, and then let me make this last point. It'd have been equivalent to everybody stopped booking gyms after gyms got stole by Goods. And people are so biased with the whole fights or whatever. The fact that Goods was still booked on URL, right after that, it's like, dude, they don't care what happens as long as it's not on their league.
I understand the league thing, but why is he mad at Hollow? Hollow was friends with Disaster before
it don't matter. Okay,
wait a minute. He was friends with Disaster before he met Mal.
They wasn't in the click though. Was Disaster and Hollow not in the click?
But he wasn't. That's what I said. He met. What did Hollow say? I met Mal through battle rap also. But
okay,
so he was.
But hold on. But Hollow the Don has battles where he like, yeah, me and my nigga Mav come and we give you the boogie down and all that shit.
Listen to what I'm saying. He's
never shouted out Disaster in the battle.
Well, I know, but look, he was friends with Disaster before he met Mav. And he had separated himself from Mav even after the Mav battled John and died and all this type of stuff. Mav was doing diss songs about him. He been separated. So why are you mad at Hollow after y'all been separated and you was taking shots at him before he even battled Disaster? You got this song. You battled John the Don, another nigga that you knew he didn't like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you mad at Hollow? I still don't understand that.
Okay, so all right, so at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong, and I'm not gonna be friends with and condone the actions of one of my friends that jumped another one of my friends. I don't give a fuck what my friend history is.
Battling somebody I don't like, and you making this song, so I'm supposed to condone that. So hell yeah, I'm gonna battle this nigga. You dissing me in songs, and me and John and I had a fight, and you getting this nigga a bag. So was Mav wrong in that situation?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna say battling the nigga. I'm pretty sure he addressed.
You get him a bag, of course.
Nigga, that's the problem. You looking at it from a money point of view. Like, it's not Matt's fault that niggas getting paid for battles.
The nigga he had an issue with. You my boy, so what's wrong with me battling Disaster when you battle the nigga I had a fight with, nigga? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I don't like John to die. A nigga I had a fight with. We supposed to be in a clique. We boys, right?
You obviously not addressing the fact that this nigga got jumped. Getting jumped and having a one-on-one and losing is two different things. It's your fault you lost, not mine. Bro, but nobody deserves to get jumped unless they jump somebody.
Bro, you chilling with a nigga.
What is you not understanding, Lacey?
Boys that you chilling with a nigga I have an issue with. What you mean was not understanding? You mad at me for chilling with Disaster, nigga? You chilling with a nigga I had an issue with first, nigga.
You just said he battled him. He battled John, not that he was hanging out with him. Make up your mind.
I don't think that was cool and talking before the battle. Come on now.
Don't you have a face off and converse with a nigga before you battle?
What you gotta say about that, Jeff?
I think the whole situation. I think first of all, don't try to the world perception. Math and Hollow the Down were really cool. Facts.
Yes.
Right.
This nigga saying that right. He completely going off the fact Hollow said, well, Hollow would never really fuck with him like that. So his action says otherwise.
That's right. So what Hollow the Don is doing now is he's discounting their friendship. You know what I'm saying? Now, true, in reality, these dudes might not have hung out every day like a Charlie Clips and DNA. They weren't staying with each other, living on each other's couches and all that. But
let me say before you finish. He's pointing out facts though. He's actually proving like go look at any battles and blogs I have in all his battles I haven't been behind. So it ain't like he just saying it and he's in the battles and blogs. He's pointing out facts.
But he's discounting their friendship. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might be true, but to the world's perception, he in his battles, they first of all they in the clique. They all shouting out the clique in their battles. People asking them about each other. It just you give out a certain perception like, oh yeah, this is my brother, this and that. The fact that Mav Hopper was gonna go stab up somebody for your sister, bro. I mean, that you can't discount that.
That speaks volumes.
So am I supposed to be a slave to you for years because you did it? Like
we didn't say that either. But the thing is, for you to have the audacity to get on camera and say you never really fucked with him like that, he fucked with you like that, you a piece of shit. Period. Am I right? Am I wrong?
I think. First of all, if I got somebody down for me who gonna kill somebody for something that ain't got nothing to do with them, oh man, like you gotta. That's a different level of friendship. So, for example, if somebody
even if you don't fuck with them like that, that should, like, I'm not saying it should make you like you have to, but you should be emotionally moved by some shit like that.
Yeah, so it's equivalent to if a guy locked up and he got a woman who holds him down. For example, I think it's one of the guys from the Lil Wayne old group or whatever, the Hot Boys. I think Turf. Turf had a woman that he was messing with. I think he's Turk. Yeah, Turk had a woman that he was messing with for about I think he said 2 weeks. Might not even been that. They had just met and said they both was in the house doing drugs together, all kind of crazy stuff. And he said the police broke in the house. He had a shootout with the police. They took him down, took him to jail, and then he was in there. I don't know, 2, 5, 10 years, something like that. And the woman held him down the whole time. He got out and he stayed with that woman. He didn't go out and start messing with any other women or anything like that. He stayed with that woman because he grew an appreciation over the fact that she said, I'm going to stick this out with you, even though I barely know you. I'm going to stick this out with you. So Mav's going to go stab a person for his sister.
The same scenario. So she held him down and everything. He get out and she found out he been sleeping with his best friend. What he gonna say? Oh, you still have my back though, so I'm gonna still hold you down. It's over my head though, cause you like, no, nigga, I'm not gonna like if you slept with my best friend, you held me down. Nigga, I'm not gonna let you hold it. Well, at least you still have my like, nah, bro. That's crazy to me.
That's something completely different, bro. Like motherfuckers, certain
it is
motherfuckers
definitely completely different.
People can separate. First off, a nigga was in jail. His freedom was taken away from him. It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic to expect somebody to not somewhat move on with their life. You know what I'm saying? The fact that this woman just found someone to mess around with and didn't get in a serious relationship because she knew when he got out she wanted to be with him. That's real.
I know, but I'm saying if that's same and if she sleep with his best friend, am I supposed to still just because you ride for me, I'm supposed to be like, well, so even though Mav helped him in this situation and they up, he supposed to hold that over my head forever? Like, nigga, we not cool like that no more, bro. Like, it's been years since we've been cool. So I'm supposed to be like, oh, but you did help me out years ago. So I'm still gonna ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. I've never been in that situation, so but I just know, like if a man is telling you I want your type of energy around me, you like fighting all the time.
Not wanting some type of energy around you, and your man's getting jumped, and you being with the nigga that jumped him is two different things. I don't give a fuck what type of
before you.
It don't matter. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Oh, I had nothing to do with the fight situation. First off,
oh my God!
But this is my boy. Also, this is my boy before you were my boy. I was not there. If I was there, I could see. But this is my boy, and you my boy. What are you mad at me for?
All I'm showing this is that it's a lot of niggas that claim they real, but they ain't real niggas in battle rap and in real life. That's all this situation shows me.
How is Hollow not real though?
I'm saying he not a real nigga.
How?
From this whole topic.
I'm cool with both of y'all. You battled the nigga I don't like who I had a fight with, and you made diss songs about me. So how is he not real in this situation?
When did Math make a diss song about Hollow anyways? When did this happen?
Go look it up. They played it on Angry Fan. They had interviews about it. And that was before he battled Disaster and all of this.
Well, first off, my nigga, y'all battle rappers. That's a part of the culture. That's the first thing. The second thing is, niggas jump me, dog. Like, I'd already explained it, bro. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
I'm saying, what's
the next topic? What's the next topic?
If I'm not there when you get jumped, the fight has nothing to do with me, bro. Like, if I was there, that's a different story, and I didn't help you. That's a topic to talk about. But if you know I don't like a nigga, and you done already disrespected our friendship by battling a nigga, and you done made diss songs about me, how can you be mad at me for going to get a bag battling Disaster? I don't understand it.
All right, so what's next, Justin? What's the next topic?
It's close. Long. Let Justin close it out. He been silent.
I'm hella weak. I think, man, I think it's definitely opinionated. I think we spending too many different of our own perceptions into it. You know what I'm saying? Because really, the cut and dry facts is both of them seemed like they were really close in the public's eye. And Hollow the Don elevated on Math Hoffa, so he's always. But even from the jump, he's been a bigger brand than Math Hoffa. Now, Math originally was a bigger battler, but Math really didn't even battle that much from the get-go. Like, even before the whole situations of punching people and all that, he really wasn't like a super. He was one of the top guys, but he wasn't like, besides Summer Madnesses and stuff like that, he really wasn't battling all that often.
He was just a real street nigga back then.
Yeah, so I think Hollow the Don did elevate, which is a fact. But I do think that when all the situations was going down with Mav, people did separate themselves from him or whatever, which I don't think is legitimate, man. I don't think that's you're supposed to be by your guy's side, especially the fact that on the last go round he got jumped. Like, come on, bro, it's totally different. It's different if that was a third person and he done punched another guy. Total different conversation.
Yeah, it'd be different if he would have punched Disaster, then he got jumped. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But my nigga, I don't give a fuck if he did dare him to do it. I don't care if he did dare him to do it, bro. I don't give a fuck. He dared him to punch him, not to jump him.
He told him to do it.
But look. Mav made him spit 3 rounds. I mean, Mav came there and he spit his 3 rounds against Disaster. And he hurt Disaster feelings, which is the goal of any battle, is to irritate your opponent, right? So Mav won the battle, irritated Disaster, and Disaster didn't like it, so he punched him in the face.
They begged him to steal him. Don't forget that part.
He did not beg him to steal him. He said
that's another thing. I'm tired of niggas in battle rap using the word beg. Just because a nigga asked or told you to do something, it's not begging.
Hold on, let me say this.
He dared him. He do it. That's not begging. That's daring a nigga.
Well, you dared the nigga to do it, and he did it.
Hold on. Let me say this.
Putting him in the spot,
bro. If a man come to me and say I should steal you in your face, and we not even rapping, I should steal you in your face. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have Math and initiate, bro. Throw hands.
That's definitely what Lacey is. That's definitely what G Soldier's leaving out.
Yeah, he's trying to make it seem like Math, bro.
That just came out of nowhere. Yeah, nigga, I dare you to hit me right now, nigga.
Yeah, dude say I should punch you in your face. He do it. Like, he ain't soft. He let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
That's what man.
All I want to say is, do you think that Disaster would have did that shit if all those niggas wasn't with him, or do you think he would have did that shit if he was in New York?
Nope.
I don't know.
Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. I don't know. Man.
I can't say what he was.
Mav Hoffa almost killed Murder Mook. That went through Disaster head before he punched him. He almost murdered Mook.
I'm straight, man.
Hey, man. I think, man, Matt Hoffa is a solid individual, and
If I
all
met
these
Matt
situations.
Hoffa, I'll definitely fuck with dude. He a cool ass
I
dude,
mess
bro.
with Matt Hoffa. He's very solid. Cause you know what? I'm gonna say this. Matt Hoffa is a solid brother, and all it is he's been a victim of circumstances. No excuses. He should never put his hands on somebody.
Facts.
But if I'm spitting my shit, I'm coming there to rap, and a man got a woman twerking while I'm rapping my rhymes. Come on,
Look at
bro.
look at the
Come on, bro.
excuses.
Come on,
But
bro.
they
They ain't no. No, no.
but they
Hold
not
on.
freedom
You
niggas. But
hold
then you
on.
can't make an excuse for the disaster thing. Man. A
So
nigga
hold
dare
on.
me to punch
Let me
before I punch.
let me say this. You know it's already hard enough to get niggas' attention. To you done wrote something for 3 months. You done spent your time and energy writing something tailored for this particular night, right? For this man. And niggas love asses. You know what I'm saying? Just a part of the game. So if a
Facts.
woman twerking, I don't care if this was the best math we ever heard. I'm not paying attention to what math talking about. I'm looking at the ass being twerking. I'm just keeping it
Facts.
real.
But I got
Mav Hoffa felt that,
yes,
and he stole that man in his face.
yes, I got a statement.
And I'm not saying he right.
Hold on,
I'm
He's
wait a
not
saying
minute.
I
I
right.
understand.
I got a statement. You get two things out of this. So I got
Hey, bro, look, flat out, I would have stolen him in his face. Look, regardless if it was right or wrong, I would have made the decision. I would take full responsibility. That man had a whole woman twerking doing his round, and I would have stolen him in his face. Me, I would have, and I know most niggas would have. Or
Facts.
they first they would have gave him a warning. Hey, bro, tell her to chill out. Some
well,
people would have gave her a warning. Mav didn't give a warning because he was already irritated.
I can't give no water with
And
daylight.
then on top of that, in
But
the middle of
daylight
his
put
round,
water on.
woo!
I just said, why math ain't knock daylight out?
With the water situation,
You put water on. You like, man, I'm
because
putting water. You just put water on it.
hold on. It's different
Nigga, it's
levels of
water.
disrespect. It's different levels of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? And that was
Bro,
hold on. That was a tit for tat thing. Math don't want to fight people, dude. Like this ain't Math ain't going around wanting to punch people. He's always put in situations. He did not want to put his hands on disaster because he like that'd be stupid. Why would I be in another situation beating up the daylight, especially with the kind of guy that daylight is? People don't take daylight serious as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
business.
Let me say this for this.
And then on top of
Every
that, I don't even think that he wanted to punch Dose. That nigga Dose got the
yeah.
front of his head hitting him all in the face.
Oh my god.
He
Man,
said, "Get out my face, son." That nigga Dose, man, what you trying to do, bro? What you trying
and
to do?
and he knocked him out. So well, he didn't knock him out.
Hey, you gotta remember this back then. This real street niggas in the building. That nigga
Yeah,
could have had
yeah.
the strap on him for all he
You
knows.
see the
Math like
whole
I need to
club
knock
started
this nigga
fighting.
out.
So my thing is Math is not walking around trying to just fight people, man. He is putting a situation, no excuses. He should not have put his hands on none of these men. But all of these men have
Have put
always
him in situations.
yeah, yeah. Look how tense the show out battle was. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that he ain't going there trying to fight show out. He spit his 3 rounds. He can't every single situation that man had 3 rounds, and it was clear that he had 3 rounds to come in there and spit. He never go in there off. Yeah, I'm gonna buck this dude. They give him a certain energy, and he just like I'm not gonna be no bitch, especially not on camera. Now the
And ain't
daylight
nothing wrong with
situation.
it.
Now I would have stole daylight in his face. You know what I'm saying? Me, but I think Math don't want to fight people, man. He just don't want to do it. Like that's not him. He just don't want to be throwing hands for real.
I think
But they put him in situations.
both of y'all take math. They got you brought.
Oh man, this guy.
Man,
This
get the
guy.
fuck on. No, that's why you fuck with Hollow so much. He a grind time nigga. Y'all
Look,
grind time niggas stick
That's the
together
light
through thick
skin
and thin.
mentality.
hey,
Facts.
look,
Man,
you
I
and
don't
just,
want that negative
hey,
energy
wait a minute,
around me, bro. Even though I'm a battle rapper
wait a minute,
and
hold
battle
on.
rappers
Hey, look,
bring
quick, you and
negative
just,
energy to
hey,
the ring, I don't want
quick,
that around me. Like,
hey,
come on. That's contradicting like a motherfucker.
hey, quick, you and Justin always said that to me, so I finally found the opportunity to say that to you.
We always saying what?
Who
What
raised
you
this
talking about?
nigga.com?
Yeah, like, hey man, get the Jersey truck nigga out, get Eminem nigga out your mouth. So I finally found the word to say it to you.
Hey, that was hella funny for real, for real. I'm like, damn, this nigga got me.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
like, man, get the fuck
I'm like,
on. Man, y'all grind time niggas need to
yeah,
quit
that's
grabbing
that.
each other ass.
That's that light skin New York mentality right there. Soja ain't from St. Louis, bro. He's from New York, bro. You done gave up your card, bro. But yeah, man, I think Math, bro. Math is the victim, bro. Let's just keep it real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then look how many guys Dose had with him, bro. He wasn't there by himself. He was there at least 20 niggas. That's why they all start throwing hands.
Listen, what was Charlie Clips still doing?
They wasn't throwing hands. They was. They had they
shit. Math don't need to rock with Charlie Clips either.
Them niggas was star. Them New York niggas. Why he ain't mad at them niggas?
He had his sneaker sliding. That's because, man, first of all, he is probably mad. I bet you he don't mess with Charlie Clips like that for real. Or Daylight. But I'm going to say this. First of all, I had slippers on against Daylight.
I had slippers on when you battled against Daylight. I had slippers on when I battled against Daylight. That nigga repeated that shit like 5 times.
If I knew they was trying to get it popping, I would have. Nah, no, you wouldn't. This guy's crazy.
Where was Clips at when Chess and Steams was about to fight K-Shine at DNA? That nigga was nowhere in sight, and he definitely had a battle that night, didn't he?
He had slippers on. Hey man, first of all, I probably wouldn't be mad at Clips because Clips is not that. You know, he portrayed a hood dude for a long time, but Clips ain't that, man. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not him. So I don't know, man. I think everybody had excuses about that night. There's no way I would have let that man get jumped though. I think ultimately, Math Hoffa career, he's always been given the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that Doe should have been that disrespectful like that. There's no way that, I mean, everybody has disrespected Mav, and he just pulled a trigger. Let's just keep it real. People might not like this opinion. Even look at the Charlie Clips and DNA interview, right? You know, Clips like, man, you know, I know it was wrong, but you know, nigga, you know, you got the woman twerking and shit, and then you got, you know, you say something to the nigga, and then he like, woo! He say, you know, that's that straw that broke the camel back, and that's why he let go, bro. He fired up the caddy because he didn't even think about it. He just wham, like I don't know, man. I don't think he was that wrong, man. I think he's just been put into situations, man, and then you know he ain't no soft dude, so he gonna pull the trigger.
Any nigga that look at a situation like that and say that ain't got nothing to do with me, even though you my homeboy, you ain't no real nigga. Point blank, period.
Man. So,
I got 3-0.
All right, who we got winning the battle?
I don't got it.
Nigga, I still got Math Hoffa winning.
I gotta see the face off, bro.
Man, what does the face off have to do with material?
Listen, when battle rapping is strategic at the end of the day.
Man,
they whole interview to see both of their strategic game plans. Because right now, when it comes to battle, Mav might win punching a nigga, but when it comes to battle, right, what I'm seeing right now is this nigga is easily gets upset.
And from the video of K-Shine and A-Bird getting into it at Total Slaughter, you would have swore up and down that A-Bird was going to kill K-Shine. How the hell you going to say, I need to see the face off? Nigga, that's the worst logic ever.
I had no doubt in my mind that A-Bird was going to kill K-Shine.
They're strategic. Look, we get them wrong sometimes. A lot of times we get them right. A lot of times we get them. I'm just saying, for me personally, as a battle rapper, you come to matches strategic. So I have
Mav Hoffa wanted more.
Yeah.
He can want him more, but also